On May 25th, 2016, I legit met Selena fucking Gomez. I apologize in advance for the way my hair is. I'm wearing this like fucking huge sweater. Normally I would straighten my hair and like flip it, like, but not today, so sucks. Let me tell you this story of how I got the chance to meet Jesus herself, like legit. The day of the concert, we get to the venue, me and my friends, and we're all just like hanging out, we're chilling, you know, the opening acts are going on. Finally around 9:20, Selena comes on stage. She opens the show with Revival, and she's like behind this curtain and her shadow is just like flawless. Her hair and her fucking weave is just fucking spinning around, and I'm literally like, goddess. So the show continues and we're just having a good time. We're literally jamming out, we're vibing. But it was like, it's one of those shows where like I understand that like when you go to a concert you want to watch somebody's stage presence, you want to watch their performance, because yeah, like they put a lot of work into it. But Selena's music is just so upbeat and it's just so dancey that you're kind of vibing on your own. Like I was literally like vibing. I was like having a good time on my own. I was dancing. I literally took off my flannel that I had wrapped around, waving it like a fucking flag. So then eventually I noticed that her team comes to the floor right behind me and they're watching the show from pit. And I recognize some of them. I know a lot of people know who Alfredo is, and Alfredo was right behind me, her photographer. That's when I knew like they were who they were, and that's what they were doing. They were watching the show. Me being like, me dancing like a fucking ape, like a fucking idiot, literally like, I was just so embarrassing. Like I was literally so embarrassing. They began to Snapchat me, or I'm guessing Snapchat because they were filming me. And where best do you share moments, especially like mine, these embarrassing moments, than with your friends on Snapchat? I was like thinking, I was like, do I stop? Like people are literally videotaping me. But this was like from the transition of Body Heat to me and my girls. As soon as I heard like the beginning sound, you know, the beginning of me and my girls, there was no way. I was like, nah, fuck this shit. I was like, I'm gonna fucking continue dancing like a damn freako. A freako. So then I was literally going fucking crazy. Like I'm not even kidding you, like it was so entertaining to them because like even at songs like Who Says, things that are not meant to be bumping and grinding to, I was bumping and grinding to. Like I was literally like, oh my god. I was literally like, who says you're not perfect? So then I like turn around and I see them kind of huddling at one point. They were like talking and I was like, I bet you they're just like, this guy needs to be escorted out because he's literally crazy. I think it was, it was their beauty girls. It was her beauty girls. It was her makeup artist and her hairstylist come up to me and they tapped me on the shoulders. I'm pretty sure, I don't want to get it wrong. And they tapped me on the shoulders and they were like, and I turned around and I'm like, what do you want? Like, you want to call me out on how fucking crazy I look? And they were like, do you want to meet Selena Gomez? And I knew that they picked people from the audience, but I knew that I was told that they picked people from 100 sections, 300s, because I'm guessing that they don't have those people don't have the advantage of seeing her up close like the floor in the pit does. So I look and I'm like, pardon fucking me? I was like, you're kidding. So I start tearing up, I start crying, and I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I was like, this is legit happening. She's like, yeah, like you're gonna meet Selena Gomez, and she pulls out like, this is what they give you. So she pulls out this thing, and I watched one of the girls go to the back and like she left like the pit, and then she came back. So I think that makes sense. I think they went to get one of these because I guess they were done handing these out because they normally go to the upper sections. So she's like, take this, don't lose this, meet at section whatever, after the show, you're meeting Selena fucking Gomez. Basically she's like, wow, like, you have finally died and you're going to heaven and you're meeting God himself. But in this case, Jesus herself is Selena Gomez. Literally rip it out of her hand. I hugged them so tight. I was like, thank you guys, like that's such a great opportunity. I'm like crying, I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. Like I have to continue dancing to me and my girls, like it's about to finish. Now I'm out of focus. Concert finishes, me and my two friends go upstairs and we're like waiting for somebody to be like, hey bitch, like, come on, we're meeting Selena, but nobody's coming. So we go into the actual venue and we see like a security guard kind of standing by there, and I go up to him and I was like, I'm meeting Selena Gomez, like where do I go, where do I do this? And he's like, do you have the sticker? And I was like, bitch, you damn right I have the sticker. So I get escorted, and this place is like a fucking maze. Like, he's literally dragging me down to the damn dungeon. Like, we go into this hallway, we go down these stairs, we open these doors, we go through this alleyway, we open another set of doors, and that's where the lineup of the meet and greet of who gets chosen was lined up there. I'm not satisfied with my hair right now. So there's like a lot of little girls there and with their moms, and I'm this grown-ass man waiting in line. I'm literally like let's keep this moving. The line starts moving, and it starts moving and starts moving, and I'm literally waiting like 40 minutes to meet her. I guess like she's taking so much time with the fans, which is bomb, because then I knew like I was gonna have more time, and I knew that she was just that like humble and genuine. So finally I'm next. So I'm at the door, and I could see Selena from the point where I'm standing. And for some reason the venue security guard wants a fucking small talk, and I'm like, bitch, this ain't the fucking time. So he's like, oh, so like, did you travel? And I was like, did you travel into like into the city for the concert? I was like I guess like I live like in a town like that's an hour away from here. I was like, sure, like I'm from Milton. And I continue, I was like watching her. I just wanted to like be like, the bitch is present, like she's in front of me. And he's like, oh no way, like what part of Milton? I looked at him and I was like, this isn't the fucking time. And I'm kidding, I wasn't that rude. I was just like, I was like, oh, like I'm from this and this and this. Next. I'm like watching and I'm like smiling. I'm like, yes, queen is fucking gold and she's glowing. And he's like, no way, like I'm from there, like I'm from like this part of town. Like I used to live in Milton. I look at him and I was like, that's fucking great. That's fucking wonderful. Milton's a great town. But Selena is right there, and I don't understand how you're not fucking flipping up. Flipping up. So I look at him and I was like, ah ha 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 ha. Anyways. So I start looking inside and I'm watching, and then finally this family is done in perfect timing. I was like, I'm going next. So she starts leaving. No, wait, Selena's not leaving. The family's leaving. And I see like one of Selena's girls like that does her makeup. She looks at me and she like waves really big and she's like, hey! And I wave back at her and everything, and this is where I legit like died. Like I could have fallen back into a fucking pool of water. Like I was dead. She goes up to Selena and she looks at her and she's like, the next guy, you're gonna adore him. So I walk in, and the first thing she says to me, she waves and she's like, we saved the best for last. Bitch, sorry, we saved the who for the what? We saved the best for last. Like I was the best out of this little Toronto meet and greet thing. And I couldn't believe that she said that. So I literally jump into the room. Okay, I'm not fucking kidding. I don't like leap into the damn room, but like I run in and I like run up to her and I start hugging her so tight, and I start jumping up and down and like shaking her, and it's just like, it's like a swell time. Actually, you know what? I have a video of it. I'll put the video right here. A lot of my friends were asking, they were like, what did you say at the end? Because I guess like it was so loud in the room, and like I could have been mumbling. I guess I was like slurring my words around because I was meeting Selena Gomez. But what I had said is, I was like, I look at her, I was like, do you have a blotting powder or do you have a setting spray? Because bitch, I was dancing so fucking hard at your fucking show that this makeup has been on all morning, and I'm sure it's fucking melting, and I'm sure it's dripping just down my clothes. We need to keep this together. I'm kidding, I didn't go into that much detail, but I was like, and she's like, she looks into the room and she's like, does anybody, enough. She looks into the room and she's like, does anybody have a setting spray? Because we're both sweating right now, because she's like, we were both dancing and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, yeah, like I was watching you. She's like, I literally saw you, and I was like, you know what, like, I don't believe that you were watching me, because I think like you had better things to focus on. So then we start like rambling on about makeup, and my friend was like, why didn't you ask what products she used and like what brands and this and that? And I should have, so that way we could have had similar flawless faces, even though she's more flawless and I have more acne, pimples, disgusting. And it was more just like, oh my god, like we need to retouch up. And it was like, and I told her, like, she does this thing where she uses like glitter as a highlight after the show, and I told her, I was like, that's so smart. Like one night I did that at my friend's birthday, and it was just like, I took a picture and it was literally like the fucking moon the fucking moon in the sky. I was shining and I was like, thank you so much for being an innovative human being. And she starts laughing and stuff, and then we start talking about, well, I start bringing up the fact that she had a day before, like she had a day off before, like the day before the show, she had a day off in Toronto. I was like, what did you do? And she's like, oh, like we went hiking. And I was like, bitch, where? I was like, Toronto doesn't have woods, like we don't hike in Toronto. And she starts laughing and she's like, I know, right? She's like, I've been in Toronto. She's like, I was like, I didn't even know there were places to hike. And she's like, but it was kind of like a drive away, and I think it was called like Crofters Woods, Craters Trail, Craters Woods. It was something. And I was like, I told her, I was like, tell me how. I've been going to school downtown Toronto, literally like the core of downtown Toronto, for 3 years, and I have never heard of this place in my life. And her and Alfredo's right behind me, and he starts like cracking fucking up. And she starts laughing and she's like, oh my god, that's so funny. And then whenever we start talking, and I was like, I just asked her, I was like, are you okay? Because like, not like, are you okay? Like, I was just like, is everything good? Like, are you doing good? Because it's just, you know, the bitch is always in the eye of the fucking people. And she's like, yeah, like I'm doing well. And you can tell she's surrounded by great people, and I love that because like she deserves to be. She's such a sweet and humble person, and she was telling me how her grandparents came into town for this and how she had like her close friends here. She's like, let's take some pictures. I was like, sure. And I was like, I don't want to smile. I have so many pictures while I'm smiling, where I'm smiling. She's like, yeah, I'm like, no problem. What do you want to do? And she's like, get on my back and like pretend like we're doing like a piggyback. Okay, stop, like a piggyback. Like I sound like I'm in damn grade 2. And she's like, let's do it. So she jumps on my back and we take like several pictures looking fucking flawless and cute. Although I wasn't flawless because I was melted and she was looking straight 10 out of 10. So I'll put the pictures here. Anyway, so she gets off my back and she's like, you know what, give me your phone. Me, being a grown-ass fucking man, I was like, bitch. Oh. I was like, oh shit, like I was like, yikes, like a grown man with a watermelon case. I was like, here you go. Literally took it off, put it in my backpack, and I was like, there you go. So she takes it, and she's like, I know the good lighting in here. She's like, trust me, I know the good lighting. So she points it up at this like light. Okay. And she's like, and she takes my phone, and like I'm holding her neck, and I'm holding her flawless as a weave, and we're just smiling, we're like puckering up, and we're just like, we're doing us. So anyways, that finishes, and I look into like everybody, and I look at the people who chose me to go backstage. I was like, thank you guys for this opportunity, because I can't explain to you enough how fucking flawless this bitch is, how humble this bitch is, how amazing this bitch is. And that's how my night ends. I completely had a moment. I'm gonna post some videos of how close I was after this little speech. Yeah, that's basically it. I met Selena Gomez and I can't believe it happened, and that's my experience, and I love her so much, and I'm so happy that happened, and the pictures turned out A+.